We are live, and according to my indicators here, we have audio, the microphone is plugged in, and we have people here. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Tuesday night. Hello, Nyquist and Matt and the Killer Weezer and JoeFan84, who is not closing the store for once. That's awesome. That's great. You either you got out of work or the store's already closed. But either way, welcome. Hello, Stonegate Creations. Hello, Payne's Toy Samples. Hello, McLutierg. Hello, Jumpin' General, and Beta Ray Bob, and WWJD85, and Sparkster. How do you do, Sparkster? Nice to have you here. Hello, Flash and Peter. And hello, Mary Ann, who is actually sitting in this kind of the same room, but hello through the internet. Hey, Rob Vegas, nice to see our Australian contingent here. Hello, Big Gay Dave and Tim, and Matt, and I missed Philip Little. Hello, Philip. Hello, Jeff, and Counterclock. Wow, we got the whole gang here. Hello, Rich, and Low One Bo 2 and Rock and Roll 82. So yes, two places at once. Very, very, very talented. Hello, JR, and my goodness, and Pete, and Firefly, and Max, MCDJ, ACDC, Partech Dark Corp. My goodness, we have the whole gang here tonight. Hello, Chewin' Bubblegum, and Natez. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. I know what you're all here for. You're here to see a very special unboxing, the opening of a very special toy. This Python Patrol bat that I found at Target. This is what everybody's here for, and you just gotta wait for it. Matt Ruben says, a great review. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked the review on Stalker. Hello, Isaac and James, and Fishgeist and Murray, and Ratface. Hello, everyone. Wow, we are just like, hello, and there's Andrew. Andrew, the guy so nice they named him twice. Yes, for starters, I was actually able to get a review video done, and actually published, all edited and everything, and it's been a while. WWJD says, hello, Alistair. Alistair is here. He's sleeping on the sofa right over there, and hopefully he'll stay there for a minute, because I've got expensive plastic things over here. Hello, Mission Foxborough, and everybody else. Thank you all for being here. Nice shirt. You like the shirt? Marianne actually got me this shirt. That's I'm a fan. I like it. Yes. Fortunately, I do have some backup to snatch the cat up if he starts trouble. Hello, Joshua. Why aren't I packing a kayak? Yeah, because that's a good point. Why don't I have a kayak strapped to my back right now? Huh? But yes, I was able to get an actual video review done and up, and the whole thing about not remembering how to do things, that was sort of a joke, but also sort of real, because there are all these little tiny little micro decisions that go into making a complete review video, and when you do it on a regular basis, it's fairly easy, but when you get away from it for a while, you gotta remember how to do each of those things. Hey, it's Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. Howdy, y'all, to Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse. So we've got Australia represented. Nice to see you guys there. So yes, oh, hello, Anthony Suski. Nice to see you. Greetings, Pennsylvania from the United States. Both of our teams. No, there is a Pennsylvania team that's in the Super Bowl this year. Congratulations if you are, in fact, a supporter of that team. And if you're not, sorry. But welcome. Hello, Loco and Jumpin' General. So, yes, we will get to the epic unboxing of the toy that everybody's waiting on, the Python Patrol Classified Cobra Bat. But I did want to remind everybody of a couple of things. Actually, more than a couple things. Numero uno. Yes, I have a review video up, finally. Numero two-o. Stonegate Creation says, go Eagles. We have an Eagles fan in here. I am actually not sure who I'm picking in the Super Bowl. Usually Timmer and I will live tweet the Super Bowl, and I assume we will do so again this year. We usually do. And I'll probably take whichever team Timmer doesn't take. Because my team is out. My team didn't even make the playoffs. We stink. J.R. Howard says, go Chiefs. We've got both teams represented here. So yes, there's a review video up that from this Sunday. I did review Stalker version 2 at the request of Chris from Comic Tropes. He wanted to see that one, and I wanted to do it. Hello, Mike Layton. Nice to see you. I think I said hello to White Vegeta, but if not, hello. Welcome. Hello, Terrence Childs. Also, he sent me something. I'm not going to show you right now. I'm going to save that one. He sent me something. I'll show it maybe next week for the next live show. Hello, Raymond. How do you do? But thanks, Chris, from Comic Tropes, for the long support. There's Christian Bricks from Denmark. Greetings, Denmark, from the United States. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. We are all here to see the epic unboxing of this toy, this Python Cobra Bat that I got at Target. That's not it. I know that's not it. Hello, Dan Jammin. How do you do? Yeah, Steelers. Yeah, that's that other Pennsylvania team, the one that didn't do as good, not as good. But I am working on the next review video. Hello, Exploriso. Hello, RTD1, live on tape from Hollywood. Hello, live on tape from Hollywood from the United States. The next review video, there's a slight snag, okay? Now, it's written. I got the whole thing written. I've got the notes all done. And it's not going to be difficult to shoot it. I'll get that all done, too. That's not a problem. I even got the thumbnail done early. The hang-up is that we had some really crappy weather. Hello, David Sharp. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. We had some bad weather, and part of the video that I need to do outdoors. Well, right now, outdoors is covered in ice. So it's not the right time. It's not a good time to do outdoor things. It's really freaking cold. I'm sure if you're in Wisconsin, it's like, ooh, this is summer. But here it's cold. Hello, Considerate Juvenile. Nice to see you. Aye, Commander. Yes. But it should still be done. We're supposed to have warmer weather. It should all thaw out, in theory, in time for me to get the next review done by Sunday. So, in theory, at least, I ought to still be able to do it on time. I'm going to try. Everything will be ready except for the outdoor stuff, because I gotta wait for it to thaw. But we'll see. Hello, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, a stalemate ball. Good evening to you as well. Hello, Lester. We got a good crowd tonight. Good crowd tonight. This is great. I'll be passing the offering plate around. Just put your cash in there. We're doing it televangelist style this time. Hello, Nacho. At least ice can help with a snow vehicle. Yes, and here's the thing. If it was a snow vehicle, it would actually help. You remember last year when I reviewed Snow Job? It snowed. It was great. On this particular occasion, it kind of works against me. If I had known that it was going to do this, I would have done a snow vehicle, but this was one that I had planned like several weeks before, and I'm finally getting to it. And now that I'm getting to it, it has. I wouldn't even call it snow. It's like ice pellets. It's just ice pellets out there. It's really miserable. It's just really miserable out there right now. Nyquist says people hating on the new Skystriker. Not yet. Well, I don't know. Maybe people are. But I'm not hating on it yet because I haven't opened it. Because besides the epic unboxing of this Python Patrol Cobra Bat, I also have this thing that I got from what's that? Haslab. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Haslab. And look at this. This is supposedly a 3.75-inch Skystriker. This is an awfully big box for a Skystriker that should be about that size. Frankly, I think this is a little bit more packing material than they need for a Skystriker this big. And if I may be so bold, they charged rather a lot for such a tiny Skystriker. Is that a Skystriker for ants? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Like less than 4 inches of Skystriker apparently we're getting in the box. So, but I'm gonna open that later. I'm not. In fact, all right. I'm going off script here. I'm going off script, and I'm thinking maybe I'll open the Skystriker instead of the Cobra Bat. I mean, I know everybody's here for this, but I could save this. I could save this for next week, and I could open the Skystriker. Gray Fox 3.75 Skystriker is meant to go with the world's smallest GI Joes. Yeah, those little. The ones that we've been trying to get in those blind boxes. So okay, for serious for a second. I know what they mean, right? Because it's a Skystriker in the scale of the 7.5-inch action figures, yes. But Hasbro seems to have they seem to struggle with scale and measurement. I mean, maybe they're on metric and they just like not thinking in inches. But remember when they announced the retro line, the Walmart exclusive retro line, and they were saying it's the 3.75-inch figures coming in the retro line, and they came out with it, and it was like it's the modern construction figures, which are closer to 4 inches and not 3.75 inches. So if they're 4-inch figures, not 3 and 3/4. So it's so Hasbro, if you're watching, you may be on metric. Most of the world is. I get that, but here in the United States, we still use imperial measurements. So just make sure your conversion is a little more precise. Just a little more precise. Hello, Trevor. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. A couple more things. See, I only got through like 2 of the upcoming news items things, okay? So I got to remember to do this. First of all, today is Tuesday. That means that's a new episode of Half the Battle from Timmer. This time, Timmer did a review of the Toxo Viper. As you may or may not recall, the Toxo Viper is the last surviving action figure from my childhood collection. You remember the toolbox that had all the figure parts in it? The only one that I could fully reassemble was the Toxo Viper, making the Toxo Viper the last of my surviving childhood action figures. But yeah, so new video by Timmer. Check out the Toxo Viper review. What's on Joe Mind? Always check on What's on Joe Mind. They're usually live on Fridays, so I try to catch that live when I can. Sometimes I can't catch it live, so I'll catch it after the fact. But make sure you follow What's on Joe Mind here on YouTube, WOJM, and Peg Warmers. Our friend Kevin from Peg Warmers, he's working on an episode with me in it that I will be in, and we are going to be talking about the G.I. Joe Find Your Fate books, because, we do that. We've had a lot of fun doing the G.I. Joe Find Your Fate books on this show with audience participation. Well, at Peg Warmers, we recorded it yesterday. He's going to edit it. I don't know how long that'll take, but at some point you should see a Peg Warmers episode with me. That'll be my first time on Peg Warmers, and we'll be talking about the G.I. Joe Find Your Fate books. So as soon as I find out when that'll be, I'll let everybody know. So now I think it is time to open this thing. Now I worked this out earlier because I've got to have a different camera angle. I got to move the camera back so that I can get the box on your screen here. A couple of consequences of that, though. One is that I have to move the laptop, my computer, back far enough that I can't really read the live chat, so I apologize for that. Rich found all of them by chance. What's on Joe Line, Peg Warmers. Yes, it's there is like a really cool community of folks that work together. It's a really great time. And really cool guys too. They're actually really cool people. Most of whom I've actually met in person. So that's I'm glad that you found them. And there's Diane. Speaking of a really nice person, really great person, Diana Davis is here. Nice to see you, Diana Davis. Hope everything is going well with you. Yes, they got this is a very large box for a Sky Striker this big. I just think that's excessive. So most of what we paid went into packing material, bubble wrap. We got a $5 Sky Striker and $230 worth of bubble wrap. I'm going to open this. I am going to move the camera. I probably will not be able to read the live chat because it'll be farther away, but I'll try to check in. I might be able to see super chats, but if I miss any, I apologize. But I'll try to keep up the best I can. I also was thinking, okay, I do want to do an actual review of this thing and get it in front of the HD camera and get some nice pictures of it, and also do a compare and contrast with the vintage Sky Striker. So I had to think, how much do I really want to do on the live show, and what do I want to save for a full review? But what I've decided was, and I asked Marianne this, I got a little help. Hello, JLS Comics. Nice to see you. Always nice to see JLS Comics here. What I've decided is, I'm going to open the box. I'm going to take the things out of the box. I'm not going to take the figures off the cards. I'm going to keep the figures on the cards for now. But I am going to open and assemble the Sky Striker. I don't know if I'll put the stickers on, because that may take a while. You know how I get into a very zen state when I put the stickers on. But I'll probably at least assemble it. I've got to do that much anyway in order to do a review of it. So we'll at least get it out of the box and at least put it together. So we'll do that. Yes, Diana Davis has an adorable cat. It's a one-eyed cat. It's got one eye. It was a rescue. And I assume that the eye was taken by Nick Fury. Nick Fury got his revenge on the Flurgan. He got his revenge for his lost eye by taking the kitty's lost eye. A little excessive, I gotta say, Samuel L. Jackson. A little excessive, Nick Fury. It's just a cat. Settle down. But yes, an adorable cat. And I think a happy cat now. A happy cat. So I'm going to do this. I have no idea how long it's going to take. So I'm going to go ahead and start it now. I have some tools because I don't know exactly what I will need to assemble it, and I'm going to adjust the camera angle so that I can, there we go, get it on screen. Let's see, that's not terrible, but I'm gonna have to stand up here. All right, and I don't want to push it too far back because I will push it off the back of the table. Okay. It looks like Joe Fan says cat passed away in November. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yes, I'm sure he is much happier. Much happier. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this, and we'll talk as we assemble it. I'm gonna have to stand up so I can get on the. There's a light right here that I'm gonna try to not hit my head on. So there was a lot of talk about this Haslab Sky Striker. Can you still hear me? It looks like, yeah, the volume's still coming in pretty good. There was a lot of talk about this Haslab Sky Striker, and I've been critical of the Haslab concept. A big toy company should not need to crowdfund, their products. But they have given us a few things that we were unlikely to get at retail. So it's not exactly like crowdfunding. It's more like a conditional pre-order. So you pre-order it under the condition that it gets a certain number of orders in order for them to actually make it. Still very similar to crowdfunding. And this is one that did fund. It funded on the last day and even unlocked a lot of the stretch goals. Hello, Bart. Nice to see you. How do you do? Sorry about your Steelers. It's a rough year. It funded on the last day. Opened up some, but not all of the stretch goals. But it was encouraging. That was a win for the brand. That was a win for G.I. Joe. And G.I. Joe really needed a win. I was on the fence about whether I really wanted a Sky Striker. Hey, Chris from Comic Tropes, how do you? Welcome. I thanked you earlier for inspiring the Stalker version 2 review. But I decided I did want a Sky Striker. Not everybody did want one because they've done the Sky Striker a few times in recent years. But this one's supposed to be different. Hello, Eric. Yo, Eric. This is supposed to be more updated. Let's give it a try. Let's open it. And what I see inside this box is another box. It's just going to be boxes all the way down, right? I'm just going to keep opening boxes until we get to the 3.75 inch Sky Striker. Okay, I got to see if I can take this box out of that box. No, I'm not. Never mind. I'm just going to open this box. So yeah, a lot of people were not very turned on by getting another Sky Striker, but I went ahead and did it. Both because I actually didn't get in on a lot of the modern Sky Strikers, so that was one reason. Another reason, I wanted to review the thing and compare it to the vintage Sky Striker. Another thing. It was the return of O-Ring G.I. Joe, the classic O-Ring construction figures. So instead of the retro modern figures, they actually did real retro style O-Ring figures for this thing. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. You're gonna like this. Check this out. It's more cardboard. It's another box. No, I think this is just a cover. I think this is, yeah. So, all right, this is cardboard cover here, and you pull that off, and you get this gorgeous box of Skystriker. Let me show this off here. And oh yeah, and the paperwork just fell out. I'll get that. But I will put this next to the vintage Skystriker box, which I do have. Yeah, this the sticker sheets here and the legal disclaimers. But this is the star of the show. Let me pull this out. Let's take a brief look at the box. Let me move this so you can actually see it. There we go. So there's the box. Very much like the vintage box, but with some updates, some important updates. You can see that it's got photos of the figures, which includes Ace, and Failsafe is the name of the new guy. So, as you may recall from the vintage Skystriker, there was this name, Lieutenant Wayne Ruthel, here printed both on the toy and on the box. And there was this co-pilot here. The co-pilot obviously looks like Airborne to me, but this Wayne Ruthel doesn't match any character name in G.I. Joe. The reason is because the designer of the Skystriker for Hasbro, Wayne Luther, put an anagram for his own name on the Skystriker. So that's where that comes from. That is not the name of any G.I. Joe character. But what they did is they created a co-pilot. They created a brand new character, brand new co-pilot for the Skystriker. So let's put this somewhere. Where can I put this? Will this fit up here? Yeah, let's move this. Let's move this and set this here for now while I go through the rest of the box. There we go. All right. Okay, we're going through the rest of the box. We have the sticker sheets, and it comes with several sticker sheets. It comes with a Cobra sticker sheet if you want to make a Cobra Skystriker. It's got this thing, and here's like the more traditional Skystriker stickers. But you can also make a Snake Eyes one. It's got the Snake Eyes thing there, and we have instruction sheets and blueprints. And yes, the instruction sheet includes the like the little fuel car, kind of like the one that came with the USS Flag. So let's set these aside. I'm gonna just put the traditional Skystriker stickers on it. I am not going to go fancy with the stickers. Okay, so just so you can kind of see, there is the rest of the box. I will take out... I'll get to the figures after I get through the rest of the stuff, because there's a lot of stuff here. So here is a weapons transport vehicle, all in gray, and there's there's the little tow hitch there, the tow hook, and this on the vintage Skystriker, this connected into the little screw hole on the underside of the fuselage. I assume this does as well, and okay, I'm trying to do this nice and organized here. Yeah, and here's the fuel tanker, also in gray plastic. Again, very much like the vintage USS Flag fuel tanker. This, yeah, it connects like that. And This is, it's very big. I'm running out of room here. Let me put it over here. But wait, there's more. I will say, you know, I've got some sympathy for those who weren't that eager to get a Skystriker. I get it. And it was fairly pricey. But there's a lot in this box. They did give you quite a bit for what you paid for it. So that's all right. That's all right. So this is some cardboard, another part of a sticker sheet there. Put that with the others. We've got some paper wrap stuff. Well, before I get to that, here is the stand. And this is actually something that I was interested in because this is like, it's a display stand that will let you like display the Skystriker in lots of different angles. You can put the extra missiles and bits on there. So this is actually something that I was interested in because I would like a different way to display the Skystriker. I don't have my USS flag out right now, but I did have it out. And it's fine. It's okay displaying the Skystriker on that. But I'm interested in some alternatives, some other ways to display it. So this I was kind of interested in. So there's that. Let me set this over here. Trying to not knock anything over. And we've got all of this paper wrap stuff. And yes, I am going to open it. Where's my knife? Oh, yeah, I have it. This, I assume, is like the missiles and bombs and stuff and all the blast effects and all the extra stuff that it came with. But let's see. Let's open it. It looks like it is taped. So you do have to cut the tape. Oh yeah, no, we've got some parts here. We've got some vehicle parts here. So that's interesting. Okay, check this out. Check this out. We've got wings. So we've got vehicle parts in here, which means that not all of the vehicle is in there. That's interesting. I want to open that thing up and see what's actually in there. And then let's see. And in here we've got. Oh wow, this is interesting. So I wonder if these are alternate wings. Okay, look at this. Here you have the like light gray tail fins. Let's see. That's the vertical tail fins, and that's the horizontal. Wait, these are the horizontal tail fins. Yeah. So yeah. Now I believe we were supposed to get black tail fins because, as you may recall, the original artwork for the original Skystriker had black tail fins, but they were white when on the actual production vehicle. Everybody wanted the black. Okay, yeah, I see what this is. So this is. Am I actually going to have to cut that? Yeah, I may have to cut it. Sorry, I'm trying not to crinkle the paper. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I still. Oh, hello, Draws. Nice to see you. Anybody else who came in? Sorry, I didn't say hello. Hello. So you've got the pilot seats with the parachutes. 2 parachute seats. It looks like the parachutes are packed in. There. That's what we were looking for. Black tail fins. So the other ones are alternate tail fins. And this is sealed. What's this? I actually have to rip the paper to get it out. Oh, it's the canopy. So we I was expecting the paper wrapped pieces to be the extra bits, but we have actual vehicle parts in here. So if all the vehicle parts are not in there, then what exactly is in there? Let's find out. All right, I've got a couple more of these. to open, and then we will look at the figures, and then we'll open that. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. Like rolled up. Yeah, and I gotta rip that too. That's sealed. So I'll just. What do we got? Yeah. Okay, we got missiles. We've got the small Sidewinder missiles. We've got the medium-sized missiles. These are very similar to the vintage Skystriker. When I do the actual review, I will check to see if the missiles are interchangeable. I have no idea. But those are the large Phoenix missiles. There's another one. And then there's whatever this is. Oh, this has got to be the fuel tank, right? The fuel drop tank. Yeah. And the fuel tank. Okay, so we have like, oh wait, I missed something. We have actual vehicle parts outside of the vehicle box. That's interesting. Oh, extra fuel tanks. Hey, this is new. This is different. So you have some peg-on fuel tanks. The original did not have that. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So let me put these aside. I've got to be careful. Okay, no, I don't think I have to. I got an idea. Okay, let me open this. Let me open this. This is the last of the parts that are wrapped in paper. And, yeah. Sorry about all the crinkling. Alright. This is... Okay. I know what this stuff is. So, this Skystriker comes with a few extra bits. Here is, like, that's the engine cover for the tow vehicle. We've got a ladder, you know, for the pilot. This looks like... Yeah, this is like... this is like an extra piece so you can fit on extra missiles and stuff. So those are parts that the original Skystriker did not include. And this is kind of the value added stuff that they won't try to add, something that would justify the additional price. We've got the targeting system, like the infrared scope here. That should fit on the nose. Yeah, we've got like extra pieces here for pegging on the missiles. There's a lot. Hold on, I don't want to miss anything, and I know I can feel there's more stuff in here. So yeah, they tried to give you some value added stuff, right? They try to add extra pieces, and that's nice and all. That's good and all. I probably didn't need all of these extra pieces. I was more interested in the figures. Some actual O-ring figures. Now, we've had O-ring figures since then. We've had plenty of them. But getting new O-ring figures was kind of a big deal at the time. Okay, so here are some of the blast effects. That's what this is. And this is, you know, the, like, gun blast effects. Pew, 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 pew. And then, like, the missile launch flame thing. So you can, like, make it look like the missiles are really launching. I think the rest of this may be blast effects, because I know that it's supposed to come with a lot. And blast effects, that's another thing that that a lot of people really like. I'm indifferent to blast effects. I mean, they're fine, but I don't. They're not that important to me. But if you're into blast effects, they gave you plenty of them. Plenty. Yeah. And including these that are shaped like a carrot. These carrot-shaped ones. And and these that are shaped like mushrooms. So yeah, so we've got lots of. Is that it? Yes, lots of blast effect options. Now, what I'm going to do, rather than try to set all this stuff on the table and let it fall on the floor, this has a tray that I can lift out, and I'm going to just keep all of it in here. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Comic Tropes. Alternate add-on would have been a a spring-fired missile launcher. See, that's how you get the 90s fans into it. So I'm going to just keep the stuff in the tray. And this other stuff that I put over here, I'm going to also put it in the tray so that it doesn't get lost. So bear with me just for a second. I am attempting to keep all this organized and not lose everything. As I will say, as far as plastic quality, for the most part, it seems to be comparable with vintage. So like the stand and the missiles and the wings and stuff, this all feels like vintage plastic quality. It's got like the glossy finish, and it's sturdy. It's sturdy enough. However, the refueling carts and stuff, that feels a bit different. This feels, I don't know, like softer. It feels softer. So just another thing to keep in mind. Okay, so that's that one tray. I have another tray, this one containing the action figures. So I'm taking this tray out, which means I can move the big box out the way. Okay, you ready? Let's check them out. All right, taking out this divider. Actually, before I take out the divider, let me see if I can show you how they're packed. So here are how the figures are packed, and the boxes have the USS flag, or that's more like just a runway, not the USS flag design. This does, yeah. So you can use the underside of the box kind of as a diorama or a runway or something like that. So let's take this out. Okay, so the way they've packed these is they've got these cardboard triangles, which is serving as a divider for the cards. This should keep the cards nice and straight. So that helps keep them together. And then they also have some tissue paper between them to keep them from rubbing together and like maybe rubbing the printing off or anything. So what do we have here? We have Cobra Commander, and this one is the Mickey Mouse logo, Cobra. You can't see that really well. This is why I need to get it in front of an HD camera. Oh, thank you, the Killer Weezer. Haslab Rattler or Night Raven? I'd like to see the Night Raven. That'd be wicked cool. So we get a Cobra Commander with the Mickey Mouse logo. We get a Cobra Trooper. And we've gotten a Cobra, like a modern O-ring Cobra Trooper before. This one, it looks a little bit different. Got a little bit more paint on it than the vintage figure did. He's got his hands painted. He's got some extra paint on his straps and stuff. But I love the blue shirts. I can never have too many blue shirts. Yes, it's cool. Yes, Comic Trope says it's cool that they're on cardback. They are on cardback. Here's the other one that's in with those three. This is the Cobra Ground Crew, codename Ramp Rat. And apparently the ground crew needs a mortar. That's a mortar launcher, so you never know what might happen when you're on the ground crew. So those are those three. So pluses and minuses for these figures being carded. Okay, pluses, you get the fantastic vintage style artwork. You get real regular file cards. Nice. Downside, there's no way to take these things off the cards but to cut them. You have to cut them off the cards. They cannot be put back on the card once you take them off. So, you know, for those of you, one nice thing that I will say about your classified figures is you can put them back in the box. You know, you can take them out, but then you can also put them back and display them, you know, in the box. Not so with a carded figure. Now, this is supposed to be like vintage, so I get why they did it. This is very much like vintage, and the card stock is pretty solid. Remember when we had those Walmart exclusive figures, the cards would get bent. The cards were very flimsy. This, pretty sturdy card stock. So, let's look at the next set of figures with another one of these things. And here we get a Night Force version of Ripcord. So it looks like it's got, I'm trying to not get any glare, but it looks like it's got the mold of the original 1984 Ripcord, but in Night Force colors. You know I'm a fan of Night Force. So looking really sleek in black. Beautiful. Very nice. And then we have the man of the hour, the pilot of the Skystriker, Ace. Looking, again, a lot like the vintage. And they didn't change the colors on this. That's straight up the vintage figure colors. Then we have Scarlet in the flight suit. So this is a new version of Scarlet in the flight suit for the Skystriker. She still has her crossbow, though, because you never know what'll happen. You know, you never know when you're flying a jet when you might need a crossbow. So she's got her crossbow. She's ready. She's ready. And then the actual new character. This is the Rio, the Radar Intercept Officer. This is the Goose to Ace. This is Failsafe. With his file name, Wayne Ruthel, as we saw on the box art and the original Skystriker. So this is a brand new character that is meant to depict a mystery character that was on the original artwork. So that's a cool update. That's a cool update. So those are the figures. I'm not going to take the figures off the card yet. I'm going to wait on that until I do the full review of this. I do want to show you the figures, but I don't want to take them off the card just yet because I now want to open this thing and see if we can put it together, because we've got all this stuff out, but we haven't actually looked at the Skystriker itself. So here's how we do. I'm going to put these figures back. Figures are going back in. Setting this aside. I'm now surrounded by packing material. It was no joke that they gave us a lot of packing material. That they did. Gonna put this is the box O parts and the sticker sheet, and I will need this. I will need the instructions. Oh, look at that! Like one of the sticker options is the killer whale. That's interesting. So let's put this stuff aside. Setting it aside. Do not want anything lost or damaged. And now let's check this out. A couple things that I find very interesting before we even open this thing. A couple things we know. We know that some of the parts for the vehicle are not in here. We already opened them. Another thing we know is the two figures pictured on the box are also not in the box. We already saw those too. So this is taped. It's not that stringy tape like the vintage boxes, but let's open. Let's cut the tape. If you're a mint and sealed box collector, just look away now. I'm going to be cutting all the seals off. You know, air will get in and it'll immediately start decomposing. I know, I don't want to hurt you. I really don't. But this is what we got to do. Let's cut the tape like so. There we go. And well, before we open it, let's take one more look at the box. This is really much like the vintage box. I mean, look at that. That almost looks like the same photos, but I'm sure that's updated. Just like on the vintage box did not have a photo of the vehicle on the back. It had a two-color printing, printed in black and red on a white background, rather than the photo, which we usually got with G.I. Joe vehicles. But on a box this size, they didn't do full color printing all the way around. Now they could have. This is actually this is full color printing. Look, you got like multiple colors on there. You got like yellow on there. So they could have done full color printing on this, or just put a photo on it. But they're keeping with the vintage style with the box. With some updates, obviously. So that's the box. That's what the box looks like. Let's see what's in the box. Nothing. Let's get this. There we go. Looks like there is a cardboard tray in here, very much like a 90s vehicle. You remember those 90s vehicles that we opened? They had like the cardboard tray inside the box. It looks like that's what we've got here. One second here. It's oh, it's coming. It's coming. There we go. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, there. Okay. It's in there tight. It's in there tight. That's what she said. There we go. Okay. All right. So there's the empty box. There's the empty box. Now this is very interesting to me. This is a nice box. I gotta say, this is a nice box. Very, very reminiscent of the vintage box. Pretty sturdy cardboard. Very crisp printing on it. I like it. It's good. I'm gonna put this up here for a second. And here's what you actually get in the box. You get, looks like you just get the shell. But I do notice there is a canopy already on it, but it came with another one. So we got an alternate canopy here. So this is what's actually in the box. You may notice that there's a lot of air surrounding it because it is an aircraft. They wanted to include the air. You know, so they didn't want to just give you the craft. They wanted to give you the air too. So yeah, we've got a lot of air around it, and it looks like it's like bungeed in. So we're gonna take this out. How are we doing? We got like I may not finish this live stream at 8, and again, I'm sorry, I cannot. I'm not keeping up with. Oh, how much does it weigh? It weighs approximately 4.3 grams. I don't know metric. I don't know. I'm American. Cut me some slack. It feels, at least so far, very, very much like the vintage Sky Striker, but there are some differences that I'm sure you've already seen. But let's take this thing out. Let's take this thing out. And let's take this thing out, and we will put it together. We will at the very least we will put the wings and the fins on, put the stuff inside, get it assembled, and that's where we'll stop, because after that I'd like to actually do a real review of it with a the high quality camera. But for now, let's just see what we've got. So we got these cords that have it tied to the box, which I am carefully cutting to avoid cutting the plastic. That would be a bummer. That would be an expensive mistake. So cut that. There we go. All right, sharp objects put away. And oh, there's one more. I missed it. Missed one. These are pretty sturdy. There we go. It's tied in really. It's not going to go anywhere. It's packed really well. So good job, Hasbro, for packing. Emily and Lenny, if you guys actually packed these personally, well done, guys. Well done. Good job. I just imagine them like in Hasbro's basement, like putting all these things in their boxes, and like, we need another 1,000, quick. So here we are. This is the shell. Here's the empty tray. There is absolutely nothing left in there. Here's the shell. I am going to get the tray full of parts from down there. I'm going to move the camera back closer so that I can sit down and we can put this thing together. All right, let me get the parts. I'm not doing the stickers just yet. Not just yet. Just getting the parts. The tray O parts. Okay, so let me slide this. This means I ought to be able to see the live chat again. Thank you all for your patience. Okay. So what's happening in the live chat? Oh my goodness, that is obscene. That is filthy. I turn my back for 1 second and it just becomes a cesspool in there. Just one pornographic statement after another. Oh no, it's okay. Never mind. I misread that. I'm wearing the wrong glasses. It's hard for me to read. Sorry. Where's Maverick? That's a good question. Maybe Failsafe is Maverick. Maybe Scarlet is Maverick. Scarlet could be Maverick. She could be a Maverick. Okay, so here's this, and honestly, the weight feels just like the vintage. The plastic feels just like the vintage. Some things that are immediately noticeable that are different from the vintage Sky Striker. The vintage Sky Striker came with the wings intact. This is like the 30th anniversary where the wings are detached and you have to attach them. But of course the vintage had the wings fixed. They were not in pieces like this. They've got this tail thing, whatever that is. Oh, and this is cool. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey, for the super chat. The two engines should be okay. The two engines should be in the corner flaps in the box that the body of the Sky Striker came in. Are they not there? The two engines. Oh yeah, I didn't see them. Hold on. Now that you point that out, I think they're supposed to be right here, but they are not. Let me make sure they didn't stay in one of the cardboard sleeves. No, not there. Not there. Thank you for pointing that out, because it wasn't there. Did they fall out in here? Let's see. There's nothing in there. They can't be in there. There's nothing in there. Did I get shorted two engines? It's not gonna fly. It won't fly with no engines. Look, I'm no airplane scientist, but even I know it doesn't fly with no engines. All right, let me look through this just to make sure that I didn't drop it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. You saw me take it out. There was nothing else in there. You watched it. You were there. You were right there. It unfolded on your screen, and I think, let's see, either let's see. I think the rectangle thing that I threw at you didn't have anything in it. It had nothing in it.
No.
And this is the other one. It doesn't have anything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, empty. Yeah. Okay, so we may have a slight quality control problem, but maybe not. Maybe not. I'm checking. It could have fallen in somewhere. I'm checking. Give me a second. Let's see the figures. Nothing in there. Those are just figures. And that's just a tray. That's a bunch of empty paper. Okay, so an interesting issue now that I've discovered, because if it doesn't have any engines, it's going to be difficult to do a compare and contrast with the vintage Skystriker, because it's got to have the one thing I do know as an expert in vintage G.I. Joe, the vintage Skystriker did have engines. This does not. I can see this is where they should be. This is where they should be, right here. 1 and 2. There's these little loops. But there was nothing there when I opened it. Not a thing. And nothing fell out. I'm just double checking. Nothing fell out. Yeah, the cat is really enjoying the boxes and the packing material here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, huh. All right. Well, let's soldier ahead with what we have. Okay, let me assemble it as much as I can with what we have. But yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. I of course, until I know otherwise, I will assume that it's my fault. I will assume that I dropped it somewhere, but I didn't drop it. That's the thing. I didn't drop it anywhere. Nothing fell, nothing dropped. I opened the thing. You saw it. Wasn't nothing in there. But I will dig through all this stuff again after the show and see if I can come up with anything. In the meantime, let's put this together. I have the instruction sheet. I have the wings. I have the ailerons and the failerons, or whatever they're called. So I will start by snapping on the wings, because that's what it tells me to do. And we had another canopy, right? Yeah. So we have an alternate canopy. That's interesting. It's similar to the other one. That's cool. Okay, anyway, sorry. Getting sidetracked. Let's start by snapping the wings on. Should be as simple as pressing them in at the slots. Now I have assembled a the 50th anniversary Skystriker, the Silent Strike set one, the one that came with Sightline. So I have done this before, and when I did it before, it was a pain. It was kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping this will be easier. Because goodness knows we needed to save space, right? There was that box was so tightly packed. We needed to save space by having the wings, not pre-assembled. Good grief, that is tight. bear with me for a moment, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. So, Sky Strikers. How angry are you at the sky that you feel like striking it? You know, sometimes the sky will rain when you don't want it to. Sometimes it won't rain when you do want it to. The sky listens to no one. Who does the sky think it is, after all? You know, screw that sky. Let's strike it with a Sky Striker. Oh, thank you, Matt Rubin. Don't assemble until Hasbro tells you not to send it back. That's a good point. That's actually a good point. Because once I get this in, I will not be able to get it back out again. So anyway, so nice seeing everybody. Thanks for showing up. I am actually going to follow that advice, Matt, because I don't know what they're going to want to do about the missing engines. So I'm going to put this wing back in here. I'm going to hang on to this. So now this does mean that the eventual full review of this thing will be delayed, because I have got to solve that problem. I'll double check everything here. I'll post an update. I'll post an update if I find the engines. But I didn't see anything fall out. I opened the box. I showed you what was in it. I pulled out everything that was there. I see the slots where they should be, and they ain't there. They didn't fall into any of the other packaging. I looked at that. But I'll check. I'll double check. I'll double check if they're in there anywhere. I'll give you an update. I'll post an update on the social medias and the internets, and I'll let you know. But anyway, so we will not assemble that. Maybe next time we will get to what everybody is really here for, is the opening of this Python Patrol Cobra Bat that I got at Target. But in the meantime, I will say goodnight. Comic Trope says, I scrubbed back and they are just not there. So yeah, he looked back in the earlier part of the stream. They're missing. They're missing. The only chance that I have them is if they got packed somewhere else, where they're not supposed to be, or they fell out somewhere. But I'll check. I'll post an update if I find them. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna clean up because I am now surrounded by cardboard and paper, and the cat is catting. He's just being a cat. But thank you everyone. I will see you soon with another vintage review. I will see you soon also with another live stream next Tuesday. Make sure you check out Timmer, check out What's on Joe Mind, check out all your G.I. Joe friends, and check out all the things. And Wilhelm said, had a friend that got the Sky Striker today, had 2 right wings. Okay, guys, Hasbro. Look, not everybody who opens their Sky Striker is going to be live on the internet, streaming in front of millions of people. I know that. But you gotta tighten that up, because occasionally you will have a guy opening it, streaming on the internet in front of millions of people, and then the engines aren't there. So anyway, all right, but I'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for showing up. You guys are always great. Love seeing you. Love talking to you. We'll be back next week, and now we will have update bulletins. Up to the minute news on the Sky Striker. All right, so I'll post all updates. So all right, thanks everyone. Guide all, and I will see you next week.